everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Let's see what kind of great questions you have today. Question number one. Okay, I'm new to your show. Well, welcome in. I'm so excited. I love the Trump family. Thank you. Our Almighty God was with him that Saturday. Amen. What is a day like for you? There's a lot going on in this question, I guess. So I guess the question is, what is a day like for you? Nothing is normal right now. Everything's crazy. You may know that we are less than 100 days now from the most critical election of our lifetimes. And the Democrats have done the least democratic thing and plugged a candidate on in. Don't worry about the 14.5 million people who voted for someone else. Just plug anybody in you want. That's fine, as long as they can retain power. And now you've got this huge media push behind Kamala Harris. The same people who were absolutely on the side of just knocking Joe Biden and finally exposing you to what's going on with Joe Biden. Do you think that was orchestrated at all? I couldn't imagine. Are the same people now telling you, hey, we got to all get behind Kamala Harris. This is it. There's a lot of excitement and momentum. So I say all that to tell you, no 2 days are alike right now. No 2 days are the same. And they probably won't be. I'm going to say up until November 6th. So day to day, sometimes I travel to different battleground states. We've been opening a lot of election integrity offices. You may have heard protectthevote.com, by the way, if you want to get involved and ensure we have free, fair, and transparent elections. We're looking for volunteers to work as poll watchers, poll workers, legal experts all across this country. And by the way, you don't have to be trained in election law. We will tell you what you need to know. So doing a lot of traveling for that, a lot of traveling for fundraisers across the country as well. And also trying to simultaneously, deal with day-to-day craziness, because it's crazy out there. Let's be honest. If you watched, first of all, Donald Trump get shot, nearly assassinated on live television, saw him get up with the fist in the air, and we're like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. What a badass. And then you watched our convention. Remember that? Remember, it seems like it was 150 years ago. Wasn't that long ago, 2 weeks ago, Republican National Convention. And you saw the unity and the great messaging coming out of that. You heard from actual real Americans about their day-to-day lives and what they were going through. People who said, I'm not going to be tricked anymore. I've voted Democrat my whole life. I voted Democrat the last election. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm voting for Republicans because I am interested in saving and salvaging this country. If you felt that feeling of unity and positivity and that high that we had coming off of that and you were a Democrat, probably panicked. So now they're going full-fledged, full assault mode, basically, with shoving Kamala Harris down our throats. So I don't know what the next, 98 days, 97 days are going to look like, but they're going to get crazy. We're going to be showing up probably in a state, either your state or state near you. We're going to all the battleground states. Get ready for the real campaign mode to kick in, because we've been doing a lot of things to prep for it, but it's going to all start now. Early voting starts in about a month in a lot of states, early September in a lot of states. So we got to be on the ground. We got to be ready to go. But look, I wake up early. I try to get a workout in if I can. I try to be a mom for a few minutes, and then I do all this other crazy stuff to try and win an election, to try and make sure we salvage America, and try to ensure that Donald Trump is the 47th president of the United States. So hope you guys like what's been going on. We're going to try and continue it for another 97 days. And then 4 years after that of, just get ready for success. Get ready for winning. I'm still not tired of it. And neither is Donald Trump. So that's the good news for all of us. Okay, next question. What would you tell what would you tell suburban moms of young kids about what the Trump administration will do to make our lives better? How much time do you have? Oh my gosh. First of all, take a look around. If you are a suburban mom, hey, that's what I am. Take a look around and tell me how you feel about the trajectory of this country right now. Do you feel like things are more affordable for you right now? Feel like life is easier? It's easier to haul your kids around in your car, having to stop and fill up your gas tank twice a week, pick your kids up from school, take them to the after school activities, more gas in your car. You know, I've got a big SUV. It costs me $90 to $100 every time I fill up my gas tank. And you couple that with the fact that you really don't feel as safe as a country anymore. You couple that with the fact that you've seen a lot of our school systems and healthcare systems heavily impacted in a very negative way by the fact that we've just allowed 11 million plus illegal immigrants into this country. Here's what I can tell you about Donald Trump. Day one, he's going to reverse the first decision that Joe Biden made that has taken this country in the wrong direction. Remember what Joe Biden's first decision was? It was shutting down the Keystone XL pipeline, thereby rendering us no longer energy independent, making us dependent on oil from other countries. Some of these countries are our adversaries. We were enriching these countries like Russia, like Iran, Venezuela. We're going to be energy independent again. As soon as Donald Trump is back in office, guess what that's going to do? It's going to bring gas prices down. Guess what else it's going to do? It's going to make life overall more affordable because inflation will start coming down. He's going to bring manufacturing back to America so goods are not so expensive, so that we can actually have more and plentiful jobs here in this country, and we can buy things that are made in the USA. Imagine that. Imagine also the fact that Donald Trump has said very clearly, yeah, the illegal immigrants that came in here under Joe Biden's watch, first and foremost, if you are a criminal and you were here right now and Donald Trump becomes president, you better just go ahead and see yourself out of the country because you're going to be deported immediately. And then he's going to have a plan to get people who should not be in America out of America. I think that's going to go a long way to making sure that you as a suburban mom feel like there's a better trajectory for your kid out there. My goodness, what a mess we are in right now. How about the crime? How about the crime all over the place? I lived in New York City for a long time. And thank goodness Eric and I moved our family to Florida, because I think all the time, like, my gosh, imagine I was raising my kids in New York City right now. It's terrifying to go in New York as an adult, let alone take my kids around in New York City, have them live there, go to school there. No one should feel like that in America. And unfortunately, a lot of people do. We've got to give this country back to we the people. We've got to make life more affordable, make life safer, and stop the wars going on around the world, sending our money to fund these wars that have nothing to do with us. How about supporting our strongest Middle Eastern ally, Israel? Let's end the wars. Donald Trump has said, I will get those wars ended immediately. So think about how much better your life will be. And you know what? You don't have to take my word for it. All you got to do is look back at what life was actually like for you when Donald Trump was in the White House. Hope that answers the question. If you suffer from chronic pain, listen up. I think you guys know that I am a fitness fanatic and I'm always looking for ways to improve my health. That's when I discovered a turmeric supplement called Golden Revive Plus. After taking it for just a few weeks, I started to feel relief in places I didn't even know I had pain. This stuff is incredible for reducing pain in your knees, back, hips, elbows, hands, or feet. And I wanted to share it with as many people as possible. That's why I'm recommending it on my podcast with a special discount just for the Right View listeners. Until August 31st, you can get 30% off your first order of Golden Revive Plus. Just head over to goldenrevive.com and use promo code Trump at checkout. Over 300,000 Americans just like you are already using Golden Revive Plus to get and stay pain-free. Again, head over to goldenrevive.com and use promo code Trump at checkout for 30% off your first order. You've asked and MyPillow listened. They're finally bringing you the most requested offer ever. Right now, you can get the queen size premium MyPillow for only $19.98. MyPillow is made with patented adjustable fill, and it adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position. It helps keep your neck aligned and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. Get their 6-piece kitchen or bath towel sets for just $25, the brand new mattress topper for as low as $69.98, and their famous MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $25, and so much more. Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-624-3945 and use promo code Trump to get huge discounts on all MyPillow products, including the premium queen size MyPillow, only $19.98. That is the lowest price ever. Don't delay, order today and use promo code Trump. Next question. What is your current favorite TV show? What was it 5 years ago? God, I wish I even had time to watch TV. You know, I've said this before. I feel like I'm so inundated in politics all the time. I mean, it's my life. It's what I do, obviously, that sometimes for maybe 15 minutes or so at the end of a day, when I get in bed, I need to just like separate myself from it a little bit. Otherwise, it's hard to go to sleep, quite frankly. I'm thinking of all the things going on and it's crazy and chaotic and whatever. So sometimes I like to have a little respite from that, shall we say. And I like to watch a show, watch a movie, whatever. And honestly, I can't stay awake for much of it. So we're talking like 10, maybe 20 minutes range. But we had, I think it's been like 3 weeks ago, we had a lightning strike right down from my house. And it blew out like every system in our entire house. Like TVs were broken, everything was just broken. The internet was broken. And so I haven't been up on anything. I got nothing that I'm watching right now. I know I'm ashamed to say it. And when I get on airplanes, I used to have time to like, oh, let me just watch it. I don't have time for that. All I'm doing is I'm trying to answer emails. I'm trying to prep for whatever's going on. Life is crazy. I would love a good show though. If anybody has good show recommendations, please send them to me. Something that's like lighthearted. I don't need anything heavy. I don't need anything depressing. God, things are depressing enough. Look around. Kamala Harris is who I guess the Democrats are running. Oh my gosh, it is wild out there. Something funny, something lighthearted. What was my favorite show 5 years ago? Look, I'll be really honest. 5 years ago now, 10 years ago, probably 20 years from now, if you put on Family Guy, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to enjoy every second of it. That's a good one. When that one is on, and sometimes I'll walk in our room and Erica will have it on just in the background. I'm like, God, thank God for this show. It just kind of brings you back, really, doesn't it? And if you've never watched Family Guy, I'm going to just advise you, please just go watch it for 5 minutes. It really reminds you that we should all be laughing instead of taking things so seriously, because it's a great show. So that one, and other than that, I don't know. There are a lot of shows. I like these like historical documentaries and stuff. I'm a real loser. So I love stuff like that. The World War II documentaries, forget it. I'll watch those 3 times in a row. Love stuff like that. But like a TV show, I'd have to say Family Guy. Okay. Last question. Here we go. Why hasn't President Trump spoken against Project 2025? Oh, contraire mon frere. There's where you're wrong. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump came out with a truth post, gosh, I'm going to say like 2 months ago now, saying, I don't really know what this Project 2025 is, but I don't have anything to do with it. And I think a lot of the ideas in what they're talking about here are very upsetting, and I don't agree with them. So he has been very clear. I think he went on recently on maybe Fox and Friends or something last week even, and said, I don't even know anything about this Project 2025. Let me remind everybody watching what is going on right now. In case you haven't noticed, in case you got caught up in the whirlwind of people wanting you to believe that Kamala Harris is somehow such a huge win and great nominee for the Democrats, in case you're caught in that space, let's step back, let's take a look at things, and let's remind everybody what's really going on. It wasn't so long ago. I actually think it was back in May that you had a lot of the same folks in the mainstream media who are now propping up Kamala Harris, and they're just, oh, this is the greatest, we got to get by Mamala, the whole thing. Those same people were like, should Joe Biden choose a different running mate than Kamala Harris? Is she maybe a bit of a drag on that ticket? They're talking about this for Joe Biden. Oh my God. Now those same people want you to suddenly do an about face and say like, oh, we should all be so excited about this. Don't kid yourself. What is going on out there is that the Democrats have nothing to run on. What is it that they're trying to sell you as a citizen of this country that has been so successfully executed by Joe and Kamala over the past 3.5 years that you should want to vote for Kamala Harris to be your next president of the United States? They have nothing. So all they're left to do right now, and by the way, they've tried to attack Donald Trump every way humanly possible. My God, they wanted to throw him in jail. They're still vying for that to happen. None of that has worked for them. Remember that. Don't forget where we are in America right now. 4 indictments, a mugshot, 34 felony counts for absolutely nothing, which everyone knows is bogus. That was their trick. That was their hat they were going to pull out of the bag last minute. Throw it at Donald Trump. If nothing else works, if he actually gains momentum and steam, we'll just do this. And everybody will say, oh, we can't vote for this guy. And his poll numbers went up. And every single time they did one of these things to Donald Trump, poll numbers continue to go up. Don't forget that. You guys, I know it's easy to get caught up in the mix of, oh, this is upsetting Kamala Harris. They say she's great. Don't forget who these people are. So what are they left with? Absolutely nothing except to scare you and tell you that if you vote for Donald Trump, scary things will happen. Hey, guess what? Donald Trump was president for 4 years. Think about, just close your eyes for a second. Think about how your life was with Donald Trump in office. They know it. You know it. Your life was better. So Project 2025 is a distraction to try and convince you that somehow you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. You know you should. You know your life was better. You know that the same people who've been telling you and lying to you that Joe Biden is fine, he runs circles around the interns at the White House, that trash, that garbage, by the way, one of those people, Kamala Harris, has been saying that for years. Now you're supposed to believe these people? You're supposed to think these people have your best interest at heart? I don't think so. Don't forget that. Project 2025, tell everyone you know, tell your friends, tell your family. It is a hoax. It is a sham, and it is an attempt by the left, who has nothing to run on for this election, to tell you that you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. It is a lie, and it has nothing to do with Donald Trump. But I digress. Okay, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Make sure you send us more questions you can post under this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow, and we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.